Something wrong with society, another media casualty. Well, here's a dose of reality in the small town mentality.
Welcome to Small Town Mentality Podcast. I'm your host, Ben. Randy is kind of here. He's trying to be. He's been in and out. He's afraid of COVID, so we're doing a remote episode. And this week our guest is Caleb from the band Nygma. He's coming to hang out with us today, so we can get to know him a little bit.
What's up, guys?
And we will be playing one of their songs at the end of the show, and I'm assuming White Zombie.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I was listening to that earlier.
Very cool.
Is that your latest single?
No, actually, the label is pushing Initiation, This Will Destroy Us as the new single.
Okay.
White Zombie was we didn't really have a first or second single off the album or anything like that. But White Zombie is one of our favorite songs to play live. So we had yet to do a video with all of the members of the band, and so we decided to go to a church where Bernie used to lead worship at, and they let us use their stage and all that stuff, and we filmed the video. And that's actually I believe it was Jordan that came across the video, and which is what got us the deal in the first place. So I was surprised that they were wanting to push Initiation instead of White Zombie, but I guess they have their reasons, so we're going with it.
No, I was reading your bio a little bit, and I saw it says extremely energetic stage shows from back in the early 2000s hardcore scene. Now, did you guys do a lot of shows?
So Bernie and I, we go way back. We started playing together in our first band about 15 years ago.
Okay.
The band was called Cataracts Fall. And speaking of really quickly, the guitar player from that band, his mom passed away this week, which is why Bernie is traveling to Ohio right now to be with him. So our thoughts and prayers are with the Dixon family. But we started playing music together about 15 years ago in a band called Cataracts Fall, and we were if you were to throw The Chariot, Norma Jean, Every Time I Die, Converge, just throw them on in a bag and shake it up, that was kind of what we aspired to be, I guess. Our music has definitely grown a lot since then. We were actually in a worship band for about 4 years together.
Been there.
Yeah. So we did that until 2013. And then we realized that we were getting older and closer to our 30s. And we're like, all right, it's time to stop touring and making no money and try to figure out how to make some money and pay some bills. So we did that and kind of gave up on music, and we played our first show a little over 2 years ago as Nygma, and Bernie and his brother have been writing these songs since 2011, 2012. So 2 years ago was the first time we'd played any of them live. So that was pretty cool to see how far they've come, 7 years versus, what it was back then. So. But so I got it straight away. But as far as the energetic goes, like I go to a chiropractor every week because I hurt myself on the very first show we played 2 years ago, and I've not been right since because I'm not 20 something anymore, and we forget that sometimes. But we are very energetic. We put everything we have into our set, start to finish, whether it's one song or 5 or 6 songs. Like it's going to be full force, balls to the wall.
Oh, nice. That'd be kind of a fun show to go see. Who are some of the people you played with? Do you remember from in the 2000s?
So my my first gig with the old band, we actually opened up for Maylene and the Sons of Disaster, 12 Gauge Valentine, Inhale Exhale. There was one other band, maybe August Burns Red. I don't remember for sure, but that was the very first show that I had played with them, and I was nervous as hell. They had never played with anybody of that stature before, and this was right around the time that Maylene had just come out and started making a staple in the scene, and definitely bringing the hardcore to the South. It was really cool to see how they did that. Made it very, very grungy, which I loved. And but yeah, I don't even remember what we were even talking about. I'll go off. There's so many stories. I'll just go off on so many different tangents.
Oh, that's fine. I mean, that's what the platform's for. If I didn't let the guests talk and get to know them, then I mean, what kind of show is it? You know what I mean?
Right.
That's the whole point, so I can get to know you. I like to, I don't know. That's just the way I play. I like to ask vague questions and just try to get people to go and try to get, see where it goes.
Yeah.
That's the whole concept
Well,
of the show.
I'll definitely go in one of a million directions.
Yeah, Randy actually said he was coming down here, I think. So I don't know if he's here or not. I'll have to wait.
Is he gonna wear a mask?
I don't know. Yeah, he was a little nervous about showing up because 2 weeks ago. So this is our first show in 2 weeks. I went on a camping trip, and then I also had to have a couple of days off from work because I was sick, and people freak out about that, and they made me go get a COVID test. So it was negative, but I guess people are a little sketched out about being around me. Oh,
hey,
I think that's him.
I get it.
No, don't hang on. I mean, just kind of hang on.
I'll be the entertainment. Not really.
Yeah, he's here. I'll let him get situated and stuff. Keep talking to you. But yeah. There's Randy. Dude, I've been farting this whole time. I've been stewing.
Good thing he's got a mask on.
Yeah, he does. Those stairs kill you too coming up there. We're on the second floor of the old post office downtown.
Oh, nice.
The stairs are a little rough.
Okay, I'm here.
All right. Long time no see.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, I was just telling him that we've taken 2 weeks off. He's our first guest in the 2 weeks.
Well, I had the whole thing set up, man, with the computer and the microphone and everything. And it works for Zoom meetings.
Oh.
Then I get downstairs, turn it on, get ready to do the podcast. Fucking update.
Yeah. Yeah, we've had that happen when we got into the studio before.
And
where my computer just wouldn't turn on. I was like, oh, guests are waiting and stuff. I was like, oh, that's fun. Let's just update real fast.
Right.
So we on the air? Or?
Yeah, we're good. We're live. Yeah, we went live.
Hello.
Hello, world.
Yeah, so freaking update. And then after the update, you couldn't see me or you couldn't hear me or something. And tried it twice, and then tried it on my phone, and you could hear me. And I'm just pissed about it. Oh. Let's move past it. I'm sorry. Hi, Caleb. Nice to meet you. I'm Randy. Sorry.
Nice to meet you, sir. How are you?
The co-host.
We all experience technical difficulties. Right. It's what I do for a living.
I forgot that I adjusted the camera for just me. Oh, shit. This is a shit show. Welcome to Small Town Mentality Podcast.
Comedy podcast, folks. Feel free to laugh at any time.
Yeah, I was getting to know Caleb here, and he was telling me about some of his early 2000 stuff, some of the bands he's played with.
Oh, cool. Now you can start all over.
They're very energetic. He hurt his back 2 years ago, he said, because he was getting a little too feisty.
Yeah, it was our first rock show, gosh, in years, and our first show period in probably 3 years, something like that. And I My dumbass did not stretch before the show. I don't know. I think nerves got the best of me maybe because we had no practice. There was no practice because none of us, we all lived in an apartment. There was no building for us to practice in or anything like that. So we all just listened to the music on our own, learned it, showed up, and and Colton stood in front of us with their guitars, and we just flew through the set behind the curtain before we went on stage, and then we gave it our all. So that was fun.
Oh. Do you like are you the type of drummer that tosses the sticks out to the crowd and stuff like that?
No, because I cannot afford to do that.
That's what I was gonna say.
If anybody out there wants to sponsor me, I'm totally down for that.
Who makes the best drumsticks?
I kind of go back and forth. I'm a big fan of Vader, but I'm also a big fan of
Darth.
Of what?
I said Darth.
Yeah. Well, I am. Yes, absolutely. You said Darth and it threw me off.
Now
threw me off too. Yeah.
Yeah.
He is.
Not Vic Firth. Dadgummit. Promark. So I like Promark a lot, and I like Vader a lot. Those are usually my two go-tos.
All right, and since you injected Star Wars into the conversation, did you see where the lightning struck Star Wars ride at Disneyland?
I did read something about that. I remember.
And the newspapers were calling it a Star Trek ride.
Oh, you son of a bitch!
Yeah, journalism is dead, man. I'm just reading
That's
this
not
headline.
okay.
I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed I ever worked in that line of work, y'all. Come on. That's why we have copy editors. That's why copy editors are a thing. If any journalists are listening, no journalists are listening.
What did you do in that line of work?
News reporting and photography and editing for like 5 minutes, but.
And now he's fearful that he's going to get canceled.
Oh, what am I going to end up delivering pizzas for a living? Is that where I'm going to end up if I get canceled? Fuck it.
Yeah, I mean,
because that's what I'm doing now. It's fucked up because I went back to school and I took the delivery job while I went back to school, and then 2020 happened. I'd got my degree in 2019 and so this whole year has been like a fucking decade.
Yeah, it's been a rough one. Have you guys been playing any shows during this time?
I think I've seen the guys twice since February. We played our album release show in February, and I went on the road with work for the next couple of weeks, and that's when everything kind of just shut down and everybody was stuck inside. And we met a few weeks back for a band meeting for the label, and then we did a photo shoot here at the house last week we got some shirts for merch and stuff like that. We got them made to help raise money for the future of the band and stuff like that. So if you're out there and you like a shirt, it says Nygma on it, and there's a really cool native on the back. He, a friend of ours who was actually in our old band as well, drew the artwork for us, and so it turned out really, really nice. So nygmanoise.com if you want a band t-shirt.
Should have wrote. I was making tickers while we were talking a second ago, and I just made the @ I should have made you .com, but I mean that's close enough. At least you guys know how to spell it now.
I saw the @ Nygma Noise going across, and that's what reminded me of the website.
Go ahead.
Now, since the pandemic is, locked down and everything else has started, a lot of bands I've noticed are either writing a lot more or writing a lot less.
Yeah.
Which one would you guys fall under? Have y'all been writing more, or has that really just interrupted the process?
In all honesty, what?
I was just gonna say, I'm sorry if that y'all already covered this before I came in, but
no. honestly, Bernie, Coco, and Daniel, they're constantly writing. Like they've constantly got demos pumping out. Some of them suck. Some of them are actually really good. Starters and stuff like that. They never, being in the pandemic, because Bernie did a lot of video editing for his real job anyway, so he worked from home all the time.
Right.
And so he's always been able to put in the time for studio work. And they'll between Bernie and Coco, just the two of them, they can record an entire record themselves. Like they don't need any other band members. If they could be the entire band, they could be. So when they do demos, it's like full-fledged demos, like it's almost ready for to be mastered and put out. So I would say, I mean, it's not really picked up or slowed down. They've already got over half of the next record written, and we're going to be re-releasing Injun on Curtain Call. We're going to re-record some songs from our last record, and do like a re-release deluxe edition for Curtain Call. So we'll be doing that, and then God only knows when we'll put out the next record.
All right. Next question.
Next question.
Sorry, just Ben reminded me because Ben's been farting this entire time.
True.
And it just made me wonder, have you ever farted so hard that you woke up your neighbor's dog?
No, I've farted so hard that I've woken myself up and my dog's up. Maybe even my husband, I'm not sure, but that has happened.
That was I was just saying the other day, man, I cut one that just woke up the neighbor's dog, and I don't know if it was the sound or the smell. And then I look across the street, and the dog's laying in the yard, and he's got his legs up like a dead cockroach. The front paw's just twitching.
Oh, across the street neighbor.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
I would be bragging if it was like upstairs or next door. Come on.
That's some powerful stuff.
I was thinking next door neighbor. You're bringing up your shirts to help support the band. And so I got this job, right? And I'm essential, so whatever. Essential workers, like the appreciation for essential workers lasted like 2 weeks. So nobody gives a shit anymore.
Yeah.
I do.
It's in the mail. And it says, "Together we'll get through this." And it's supposed to be the essential worker shirt. And it's like, oh, cool. I get to be, working through an entire pandemic, but here's a shirt. Thank you for giving me a shirt.
At least y'all got some kind of recognition, man. The truck drivers.
Yeah.
The food service industry, it's like, everybody was just as caring as ever, man, if not more so.
I bet, yeah.
Through this whole thing. So
at least you had the option for no touch or whatever. No touch delivery.
That's no, that's not up to us. That's the customer decides if it's a no contact delivery or not. If it was up to me, none of them would be contact.
True.
Hell, if it was up to me, I would just drive by like a paper boy and just throw pizza out the window.
See, that would be me. The less contact, the less talking, the better. Just let me drop my stuff off and be on my way.
Well, I had like on 2 different occasions on the same day, it was like somebody's 4-year-old kid had gotten out and they see me coming with the pizza and it's like, pizza. And I was like, no, go away. Go, no. This pizza's bigger than you. I am not handing you this pizza. Somebody come get your kid.
Did you just blow at a kid?
I wonder if you pick up on that.
Like an eyelash?
or like a bug crawling up your sleeve. But yeah, it's never a dull moment, man. This pandemic especially, shit.
Is it a pandemic though?
Well, whatever it is.
Crisis.
What are some bad habits that y'all have picked up?
I honestly haven't changed my life in the slightest, so I haven't picked up too many.
Yeah, I think not doing comedy is probably the biggest change, and it's kind of driving me nuts. Because that was my therapy. So
yeah, I totally
this
get
is your
that.
therapy now.
I guess so.
Talking to Caleb is your therapy.
I guess so.
Hey, everybody needs some.
There's no way in hell you're going to be properly compensated for the shit you're about to hear, pal.
He just unloads. All you really have to do to be a therapist, though, is say a lot, and then at the end, well, I'm guessing this has something to do with your parents.
That sounds about right.
It all comes down to the parents in the end.
Like, this has something to do with your parents. And just like, oh, did I tell you what those motherfuckers did? They did last week. I still call them. And it's fucked up. I was talking to my dad the other day about that time I saw a grown man lick a rat's ass for a quarter.
No thanks.
Oh, you don't want him to go into detail? All right.
I'd rather not. No.
I've told the story on the podcast like a million times. So.
Wait, that's a real story.
It is
It's
a real story. You really saw
it. See, I thought it was just like a dad joke or something. Didn't know it was
He wishes.
Nope.
I think I got the gist of it.
Okay. Well, I mean, you got the punchline. That's the important thing.
The tongue butt punchline. I don't know where that was going.
You get a gold star for trying. That was.
Well, wasn't that a saying? I want to tongue punch a butthole, something like that. I was going there.
I've heard tongue punch fart box.
That's the one.
Yes, that's.
I can't remember who said that.
Damn.
I want to say George Carlin or Dave Chappelle, but I don't think either of those is right.
Well, me and Caleb were talking a little bit earlier before the show started, and he is also a nerd.
Oh yeah,
yeah, we found that out.
A little bit.
I can't argue with that.
Because their band name drives from. Wait, he'll get this. He'll get it. Nygma.
Batman.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, right off the bat. Pun intended.
I wondered about that when I first saw the name. When you sent me the email or the message about who was going to be on the show, I'm like,
that's where my mind went too.
Yeah.
He said people had people on the radio that didn't want to or like didn't know how to pronounce it. And I was like, my first thought, Batman. Right on.
Exactly.
Yeah, we there was one show that was afraid to announce it, and the one guy said, "I'm pretty sure it stems from Edward Nygma," which he was right. And then there was some English guy who called us Nygma, so that was kind of fun.
I didn't want to get too close.
Yeah, I know, right? So that was we've it's kind of funny. We've gotten a little bit of a backlash on that kind of stuff the last couple of weeks, but we think it's hilarious. So
yeah, I was writing it. I don't remember where, but I was writing it. I was pronouncing it slowly, and I was like, "Oh, probably shouldn't have stopped where it did."
Okay, until you got to the pronouncing, I was not actually following until you got to the pronouncing it slowly, and I'm like, "Oh, okay, hold up."
Yeah, but it's fun to hear people A, trying to pronounce your name and B, just to hear people announce your name in your song. Like it's crazy.
I told him we were probably going to play White Zombie, the song me and you listened to earlier, or they've got a single that's people have been sharing around. I'm not sure which one they'd rather us do. They said White Zombie was the funnest one to play, but not.
That's my favorite one to play. Yeah.
And he gets crazy enough to hurt his back.
This is true. Like all along, right back through here on down.
Speaking of getting crazy, what's the worst show you've ever played? Like the one that you go like, I wish that never happened.
Oh my God. My first thought immediately goes to last year, a year ago. Wait, what's the date today? Wow. A year ago, 3 days ago, we played this outside gig, and it was actually supposed to be my last show at the band because I was going to move to California. But that all changed within the next couple of weeks after that. And the show was just awful. Like, I don't know if we were all just tired because we were the last band to play. It was outside. and we had it was a Friday night. We had all been working all day, and at my job, it's nothing
Probably
for me to
hot.
work. Oh yeah, it was very, very, very hot. Yes, and it was just a terrible, terrible show. And I remember leaving that show being extremely bummed, thinking that it was going to be my last show with the band. And so, I mean, obviously, I'm very thankful it was not, because I've gotten to redeem myself. But immediately, that will be the first thing that comes to mind.
Yeah, we've had some. I mean, everybody's story is different, but we've had some pretty crazy ones where people were playing in places that were like falling apart, or going to these bar shows that are out in the middle of nowhere, and a bunch of bikers that get pissed off and run them off and stuff like that.
Have you ever read Henry Rollins Get in the Van?
No.
Oh my god, you got to check it out.
Have I ever read is where you should have stopped.
Okay.
Yeah,
You're right. This one's
I
on me.
second that.
You should be go. Have you ever? Oh, never mind.
Have you ever listened to the audio book?
Yeah.
Have you ever listened to the audio? Are you aware of the existence of? Have you seen pictures of the book at some juncture where someone drew it in crayon? Maybe had to use bright colors to catch your attention. See, now I feel like I'm just being mean. That's
all right. Roast me.
nah. I'm gonna save that for your birthday.
It's coming up.
Yep.
When's your birthday?
September 9th.
Oh, mine's the 10th.
Oh, nice.
Emily's is the 11th.
Whoa, birthday neighbors. Oh yeah.
Whose is the 11th?
My significant other.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, she was born on September 11th. She hasn't had a proper birthday party since 2001 for obvious reasons.
That was probably the best one, though.
No, it's just you try going up to a fucking baker and saying you want a cake on 9/11.
You say, "Can I get 2 cakes?"
I'm still still even a little cautious to fly on 9/11. Like it just, I think that because that whole day.
I wonder if you looked at the numbers in flights, if there is a change on that day.
I don't know. But I know that I always have that little bit of fear in the back of my mind, because I've had to fly on 9/11 quite a few times, and it always makes me nervous.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, I don't like flying in general.
I don't like going in trade centers.
Yeah.
Yeah. True shit.
I'm gonna get canceled for that. All right, moving on.
Yeah. No, but yeah, I hate flying in general. So my go-to technique is I'll just I get on the plane, I pop a Xanax, then I wake up when we get there. That's pretty much my plan. I'm never driving home from the airport anyway. So
I haven't.
That was me going to. I flew for a living. Like I worked in convention centers all around the United States up until the pandemic. But I flew, that's what I did last year when I flew to Australia, was I popped a couple of Xanax and passed out. That was the best decision I ever made.
Well, it is Australia. So.
Yeah. Well, the last flight I was on, I have to tell the story. I'm sorry. Last flight I was on it was beautiful because it kept getting delayed. And we're sitting in the seats. And it is right after Christmas, so it's that little gap between. It was right after New Year's too. So, still a lot of people coming home, a lot of people returning home, a lot of traffic. They kept delaying the flight, and it looks like I'm about to have the seat to my side to myself. Which, good God, that's a big deal right now.
Right.
I'm gonna have that seat to my side to myself. Post-holiday flight. This is gonna be awesome. And then they get it, and then at the last possible second they show up, and it's this family. It's this man, the woman, and the kid, and the man's holding the baby, and he sits next to me. The woman sits behind us, and the baby is screaming his head off, inhuman amounts. I mean, it is just insane. The guy next to me at the window seat, because I'm sitting in the middle, my big, all right. The guy next to me looks like he is just thrilled because he gets to sit next to the fat guy and the screaming baby. He just won the fucking lottery. Okay. So I'm just watching him slowly get pissed off. This baby is screaming like bloody murder. It's so bad. After the first hour, I'm like, it's a baby. Babies cry. That's what they do. Just try to go with it. It's not that long a flight. It's just across the country. After the second hour, I'm like, every time we hit turbulence, I'm like, yes, shake the child. Shake it. I'm not proud of this, but it's in my head. But that's the beautiful thing about being a comedian, because the whole time this guy is losing his fucking shit. This baby is screaming. It's bloody. I got people behind me. I know every detail about their life because they just became instant best friends and they would not shut the hell up. And the entire time through this whole miserable experience, I'm sitting there with a notepad and paper going, this is fucking great. I'm going to get fucking jokes.
Right? This is comedy gold.
Did we just become instant best friends?
Yep.
But yeah, that's my flight from hell story. What do you have one? What's your
I'm sure he does.
as much traveling as you've done, you've got to have one.
Yeah, I actually do. It was my last show of the year. This would have been 2016. Last show of the year in December. I was flying home from Vegas, and we had hit so much turbulence that, like, so I grew up, my dad's a pastor. I grew up in a pastor's home, going to church all the time. I practically lived there, etc. So I no longer go to church, any of that stuff now. But this flight, the turbulence was so long and so bad. Like I went and put on Christian music on my phone, and I'm praying. I got off the plane and like I hugged my husband and was like bawling my eyes out because I legit thought we were about to go down. I had never experienced anything like it in my life. And like, I even called my mom when I got off the plane, told her like I loved her, like all this stuff. Like it was very life-changing in not a great way.
I cannot imagine. Man, I cannot imagine that. Like I said, I don't like flying in the first place, man. That's why we got the Xanax.
Right. But
and
yeah, that
you
was
said sorry, I'm changing the subject. You said you got into you were talking about church and stuff. You said you got into drumming there, right? In a worship band. Is that where you started drumming?
So I started drumming in church when I was like 10, 11 years old. My dad was a drummer for my dad's dad was also a pastor. So my dad played drums for him growing up. So I ended up playing drums for my dad growing up. And so I started there, and I would play at different churches throughout my teenage years up until I was about 16, 17. And then we moved to Orlando. So I kind of stopped playing for a couple of years till I got back into the band scene back in Ohio. But yeah, church is definitely, it's honestly, it's where all of us started. We're me, Bernie and Coco, their dad was a pastor for close to 30 years. And their grandpa's a pastor. And so it's definitely, we're
very similar, you and I. My grandfather was a pastor. I started playing the drums for worship when I was about 11 or 12.
Nice.
And your birthday's the day after mine.
Virgo
very similar paths. Except for I'm not in a band. I started a podcast that nobody listens to. Anyways, moving on.
My granddad was 82nd Airborne, so I got nothing. Some kind of joke about him flying and praying as he's coming out of that damn thing.
Yeah, my grandpa's a pastor. My mom's a pastor.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I also am not in church anymore.
Oh no. Yeah. I nothing against people who still do. Because Bernie and Coco, they still go to church. Bernie will still lead worship at a church here in Dallas every once in a while that they really enjoy what he does. But he doesn't do it near as much as he used to.
One of the biggest differences between the two of us is I have a wife and you have a husband. But if I did have a husband, I would buy him ball wash. Ballwash.com. Use promo code SCMPod. They have nut rub, cologne, sack spray, and ball wash, nuts, butts, and ball wash.
Interesting segue.
I mean, that's the best segue I think I've ever done.
Yeah. I don't think you've ever done it as smoothly as that one. That was.
I even put the ball wash thing coming across the screen at the same time.
Oh man, you're getting good at this.
I didn't even notice that part. That was very smooth. I appreciated that.
Ah, good stuff. You can save yourself 15% if you use promo code STMPod at checkout.
And it is the dead of fucking summer, fellas. So
your balls are going to be very, very sweaty.
This is the time for extra maintenance.
Yes.
This is true. Very true.
So now you know what to get your husband.
Of course, I got underwear for my birthday because my birthday was last week. I got underwear for my birthday, and it's like these fancy ass underwear that I've never worn before.
Mm.
And I'm like, what the fuck have I been doing for 36 years?
Is it the ones that like
I am never going? It's got the little like
the ball pouch.
Yes, the little interior, what have you, that just cradles your fucking sack, dude. And I'm sitting there like, oh man,
they're worth every penny.
I've never tried those.
What do you remember? What name brand they are?
Give me a second. I can look.
He's got them on right now.
Well, if you ever decide to branch out and buy more, Stance is phenomenal.
Stance? How do you spell
Stance
that?
underwear, STANCE. It's like dance with an ST.
I wonder if we can get them as a sponsor.
And butter, they've got different types of material and blends. Butter blend is definitely the way to go.
All right. More stuff about the band.
All right,
that's
good.
why you're here.
Butter blend on my nut. Another butter. All right.
We asked you what's the worst show you've ever played. What's the best show you guys have ever played?
Ooh.
Crowd. I mean, it could be anything. Crowd, place, stage that other people have been on. I don't know.
Okay, I'll give you my top three, and it'll actually be my top three from all three bands. So my favorite show from all three bands. My favorite show with my first band with Bernie and Cataracts Fall would definitely have been my very first show with them with Maylene, 12 Gauge, Inhale, Exhale, and August Burns Red. I'm pretty sure it was August Burns Red. I can't remember for sure. And then as far as you may know who this is, I don't know if you know who Pastor Rod Parsley is out of Columbus, Ohio. We went and did some stuff for his college back in 2012, and we played a service that night with his band, like a mixture of all of us together, for like 7,000 people. So that was like one of the coolest moments. I remember playing the drums and like looking out and just, seeing like a sea of people, if you will. And then with this band, probably our very first show, because these were songs that we started, creating back in 2012, 2013, and to play them for the first time in 2018, it was very, very surreal to see that come to life, because we never expected that to happen. And then to be where we are now versus then is just insane, because we gave up. So, but those would be my top three shows that stick out the most.
Nice. Where you guys have toured, right?
We have toured not as Nygma, but we have toured as the older bands.
You got some like tour stories or some of your favorite places to go?
So one of my favorite places on tour was, I believe it was called Big Bear Mountain, which is in California.
Okay.
We went and played this Hispanic youth camp, and 90% of the people there couldn't understand a word we were saying, and we couldn't understand them. They were speaking Spanish, and which Bernie and Coco, their mom is their mom is Mexican, and she doesn't even know Spanish herself, so they especially don't know any Spanish. And so we were all just like did this huge language barrier. But when it came time to playing, I don't think I've ever seen a crowd get behind and react to somebody that A, they've never seen before, B, don't understand a word that they're singing or saying. That was because they were start to finish like jumping up and down. Like it was really cool. That's one of my favorite tour moments. One of my favorite places to play is definitely in Nashville. I love going through Nashville. We've got some yes, and doesn't matter where you go, you can get a drink and listen to some damn good music. Doesn't matter where you go.
Well, maybe not now, but was.
Well, yeah, yeah. Before the Rona done screwed us all.
I wonder how long this is going to take. Like if everything's going to ever go back to normal, if it's always going to be this way.
Dude, I don't even know.
It's weird to think about what life was because we're like 6 months into this thing. Sometimes it's weird to think what life was and how, because everybody's got a mask on everywhere you go and everywhere's got, what is that called? Those
face shields?
Yeah, the face shield things in front of all the cashiers and stuff.
Right. You mean the plexiglass.
Yeah. It's weird to think of what life was before all this.
Yeah, I was looking forward to my birthday party where I just blow directly on a cake.
I thought you were going to say kids again.
But
honestly, though, like nobody thought about that until we saw that meme.
Oh no, yeah. Whoever came up with that, dude, whoever came up with that was right on point. And that's like all I could fucking think about Friday. Even playing.
Was blowing candles out with the mask on?
Oh, it's just like, man, a year ago, I would have like blown directly on the cake, and all my friends would have came over, and we would have eaten the cake that I just blew directly onto. And now we're not even supposed to be 6 feet within each other, and
6 feet within each other.
Well, yeah, within each other. Well, you're not packing 6 feet because I got nowhere near 6 feet. I'm not gonna lie. I'm
nope, not even close.
That just wouldn't be fun.
I might write down 6 feet within each other.
6 feet within each other.
You got any questions for Caleb and his band?
No, I'm just going back into a depressive episode. I'll be all right.
Oh, really?
It's just been a weird fucking couple of weeks, man.
I feel that.
All right. All my questions today are fart related. So if you're on the tour bus and somebody's got a fart, do you just try and kind of lean away from everybody, or do you just let it rip and waft in?
Assuming they had a tour bus and not a tour van.
We did. And we had a van.
Tour van's even smaller.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, the worst of us, I've never toured with Daniel, so I'm not sure what he's going to be like or what he is like. He lives with Bernie and Coco, but Bernie, it's egg drop soup every time, and it is just so bad. Like and he won't say anything. He'll make sure all the windows are up. Like it's just it's so bad.
This is weird for Chinese food.
It's just
suddenly just hearing that story, man, and comparing that to experiences I think we've all had in the past. I'm on board with wearing a mask and staying 6 feet away from everybody now.
Yeah, that masks would have definitely helped back in the day.
I can't get over the egg drop soup.
Oh yeah,
it's dude. I'm telling you, it is.
I started to write that down as a title.
It is egg drop soup, and it is just the worst thing you could ever smell.
Moving on.
Keep bringing up all these fart questions.
Linger on it. I'm sorry. It's just you mentioned farts as soon as I walked in.
True.
And neurotic comedian voices try like, how am I going to get a joke out of this? And then you put farts in my head. Go ahead and write that down.
Also put them in your nose.
And yet I'm still trying to recalibrate. I shit you not, dude. When I had the studio setup with the PC and everything, like
Yeah.
the microphone. When I had that set up, I had a glass of iced tea just sitting right here, so I could just sit there and sip my tea. I have reached for that damn glass of tea like 3 times since I've gotten here. I'm losing it. I'm all old and fucked up.
Oh,
I do that all the
you don't
time.
have tea.
Yeah,
It's
because it was sitting on my desk at home. It's not sitting on the desk here.
ghosty.
Yeah, and I've reached for it like 3 times for
Like
getting
when
this
you
here.
when you lose a limb and you think it's still there. Ghosty.
I reach for my coffee all the time. That's not there.
I'm somewhere between iced tea and Ghostface Killer. Ghost tea.
What about Ice Cube and your iced tea?
Yeah, but where's the ghost come
I
from?
don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know where ghosts come from. They're just around.
Okay.
Anyways,
What's scarier? What would be scarier, seeing a ghost or egg drop soup? What's the?
seeing a ghost that smells like egg drop soup.
That's my answer right there.
We've gone to a dark place now. This is some scary territory. I don't even know. I don't even want to continue this line of questioning.
I'm
So
pretty
what
sure
kind of
that's
nerd
the
stuff
plot
are
of
you
the
into?
next. Actually, speaking of nerd stuff, tomorrow is the DC fandom, and I am extremely excited about that. They're going to be dropping a new Snyder Cut trailer, which I'm pretty excited about. I believe it's dropping at 1:30 p.m. tomorrow, maybe. I don't know. I've got reminders set. But I'm very much into I love to collect Funko Pop. Like, as you can tell, I got Ron Swanson here.
Oh, nice.
And Pride Batman. But I've got a massive collection. We've got close to 250, and our collection is worth close to $7,500, I think.
Question about
So-
Pride Batman.
Yes.
How does he hide in the shadows?
You know, I don't know.
He looked very colorful.
Very true. You should see like I have the room I call it the Bat Cave. It's what it is on the whole map. And it's like I've got my TV, my Xbox and PlayStation 4, all that stuff. And then I've got probably over 30 variations of Batman.
Yeah, I got the sentiment of Pride Batman. I just didn't
Well, I
didn't get
mean,
the logic and
well, maybe
hiding.
maybe the Pride Batman outfit is ceremonial,
Okay.
kind of like when the Marine Corps are wearing formal.
Okay.
They don't fight in their formals. It's
I see. Yeah,
You know.
that's true.
It's true.
Because Batman's
good.
always been in the shadows.
and sometimes he wants to add some color. It can't everything be black all the freaking time.
That's black.com.
I mean, I'm just I feel like somebody's gonna quote mine that me just make it into something it was not intended to be.
Turning that into, I'm going to clip that out and turn it into anti-Black Lives Matter. Can't be black all the time.
This is how I get canceled. Okay.
Yeah.
But no, you
That's
can't-
exactly how you get canceled.
You can't wear all black all the time. If you're Batman, you got to mix it up a little bit, or else you'll end up like Spawn.
It's true.
It's true.
I was just, that's where my mind goes when I try to come up with funny things. They're not always funny.
Yeah, you always go straight to the most fucked up places, man.
It's true. It's where my mind dwells.
I mean, I appreciate that about you. but-
My mind is also in the shadows, much like Batman.
He is a pastor's kid. Just throwing
true.
it out there.
I feel like pastors' kids were always the most outrageous and weird growing up when I talked to them. And they were always the most, like, as far away from church as they could get by the end of it.
Yep.
I'm assuming that's where you're at.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well,
For the most part.
Well, I did used to always say the leading cause of atheism is Christian schools.
True.
You can only beat someone over the head with the Bible so long before they start to resent it.
They were always into weird sex stuff also. And I'm not one to talk because I also, went like way too far into sex, but at the same time, like I've said many a time, it's a psychological thing thinking you're going to hell for all this shit. You know what I mean? Fucks with your head after a while.
Yep.
And then when you actually get out on your own, you know, there's no turning back.
Yep.
I
Absolutely.
guess I don't know. I grew up a little bit different, so I'm wired a little bit different.
I guess.
So
But you did grow to like Christian schools and stuff.
well, I lived in a Christian group home, but it wasn't like a fucking, you know, beat you on the knuckles Catholic school or anything.
They did more than beat people on their knuckles. Anyways.
And we're right back into the darkest possible place you could take it.
Well, you said Catholic, and my mind went straight there.
Well, and well, not trying to disparage Catholics or anything. It just Catholic schools are notorious for being strict, and the place wasn't like that.
Yeah, that's true. Anyways, any fun Christian stories that fucked you up?
Oh Lord, do
All
I
of
really
them?
want to? I don't know that I'm ready to put my business out there like that. No. Let's see. They asked me if I know any fucked up Christian stories.
Is that your husband there?
Yeah. I have a whole book.
Come on, come talk to us.
I have. He's shaking his head no, like
No, you don't want to come say
hi. Let's see. Horror Christian stories. I just don't. I can't see. All the pastors I've worked for have a name, and if this gets to people who know those people, it's going to get back to them and then back to me, and I don't. And I've already like cut my life off from them.
Most of mine are just like extreme judging and I don't know, like things like that. Little kind of narcissistic judging stuff that church does.
Oh, well, we've definitely had our fair share of that, especially playing hardcore music that, you know, they would always say was full of the devil, but they didn't care to read the lyrics or anything like that. There's tons of stories like that. However, oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, and obviously there's a whole other side of church, you having a husband. We don't even want to get into all that.
Yeah, exactly. That's part of the stories I was even talking about, not talking about.
We all know how they feel about that.
Shit, what was I going to say? What did you say before that? I was going to say
hardcore music.
What?
Yeah, so
you're talking about hardcore music that they said was devil worship?
Oh yeah, obviously it is. That's what we enjoy about it.
But
again, I would listen to, you know, my dad and I would go to church and we'd be listening to Led Zeppelin on the way home. So.
If we play your music backwards, does it have a secret message in it?
You know, that's a possibility. I really don't know. It's hard to tell with Bernie and Coco.
That was always the weirdest thing to me. Like, obviously, stuff like that's going to happen. You're going to hear what you want to hear if you play stuff backwards. Oh, shit.
Oh, whoa.
We have a lot of comments that I was not paying attention to. Shout out to Cody Schaefer who's listening right now. What's up, buddy? Anyways, I don't remember what we're getting into. Distractions. ADD. ADHD.
So I was just remembering the time that I was just messing around in church, probably about 19 or 20, and I started playing the opening theme to Typo Negative's My Girlfriend's Girlfriend on the fucking recording. Fun times.
We used to take a lot of Coldplay stuff and put it in our sets and just put different like guitar parts and stuff like that we would use instead of the actual what was written for the song. We would do stuff like that all the time.
Did the comments distract you?
Yeah. We'll blame the comments, I guess. I don't feel like I'm throwing non sequiturs in there, and every time I do, it just brings the conversation to a grinding halt. But
don't worry, he's on our side. He agrees with us about church.
Our Lord and Savior. I just saw that there's comments. I didn't even realize that was there.
Yeah, people that listen live can leave comments, and sometimes they are very distracting, but we appreciate them. Back to the band. Oh wait, we were actually getting into nerd stuff. I completely forgot. We went on the whole Pride Batman.
And then we got into DC
Shadows.
Comics, and then Batman, Shadows,
church
stuff.
Because there's always been a war between Batman and Superman. Were you always a Batman person?
Then I had to go.
Wait, what?
So I just made a joke about. Then I had to go pee, and I'm like, wait, that hasn't happened yet.
Oh, my bad. You cut out. I didn't hear what you said, and I was like, should I talk? Not talk? I don't know.
No. I'm sorry, I didn't. I'm just again another non sequitur. You know.
Actually, could you not talk?
Could you
anymore?
just mute my mic and just go ahead, and I'll just go ahead and sit here and go off. And
I was telling him, can you not talk anymore of this interview we have with you on our podcast? We'd appreciate that you just didn't talk. No, Batman v Superman.
So for me, it was always Batman. My little brother, he was always Superman.
Okay.
Bernie is also Superman. I really don't know where Coco lands.
How did you feel about the Batman v Superman movie?
Well, hold on. Before he answers that, what about you, Ben? Batman or Superman?
Oh, I've always leaned more Batman. Honestly, more Pride Batman.
I'm surrounded by heathens, man.
Are you Superman?
I was more Superman, yeah.
Huh.
Nice. I mean, I don't know. For it.
Oh no, they're two sides of the same coin. You can't have one without the other.
Batman, there's always a chance that you could become that if you were rich enough. Maybe that's why people connect more. Because there's an option that could be you if you worked out a lot and you had a lot of money.
You'd have to be rich and have a horseshoe shoved up your ass, because there's no way you'd be Batman for more than fucking 5 minutes before you got killed.
Yeah, well, I'd also have to go live in a monastery and learn karate. I mean, that's what Batman did.
Find your own Lucius Fox to make everything.
True. And butlers. You need butlers.
Oh yeah, definitely need butlers. And a cool car. Definitely need
also, a kid that was in the flying trapeze that you took under your wing after your parents died. You need that too.
I was gonna say, yeah. Isn't Robin now Damian Wayne?
Oh, I don't know.
Because I don't know. I fell out of DC like 10 years ago. So
it'd be funny, Robin.
Yeah.
It sounds like because all they do is make like mock films, mockumentary, whatever. I don't know what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
So is he mocking
mockumentaries?
Yeah, is he mocking Robin?
Who's mocking Robin?
Damian Wayne's.
Damian Wayne.
Oh.
Bruce Wayne's son, Damian Wayne.
Oh, I was thinking the Wayne's brothers.
Wayne's brothers, make a Batman movie right now. I saw Blank Man. We can do that again. Update it.
I'm sorry.
This is brilliant. I love this idea.
I was thinking the Wayne's brothers. I was like, that's going to be a funny Robin Hood movie, isn't it?
They're not. I mean, I've never seen it as a strict rivalry. You know, one's better than the other. It's always what you prefer, either Batman or they're both great choices, and you can't have one without the other. Which I might add is a very Superman.
Marvel has done an excellent job on their movies over DC. DC kind of slacked.
DC's animated movies are on point, though.
Yeah. Marvel fucking killed it.
The live action movies are, need to be flushed down the toilet. Okay, I'll give you that. It's got good stuff. You got Gal Gadot, you got Ben Affleck.
Cody with the callback. Can't be black all the time.
I'm gonna go home, Cody. I still have a shred of dignity left.
Oh, you should have quit a long time ago then.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
I don't know what direction to go in. Should we still talk nerd, or we should get to know the band?
I was just going to let the conversation go where it went, but yeah, let's go back to the band.
I got nothing. Let's go nerd. You said you had a man cave filled with Batman stuff. What else got it?
It's got my PS4, an Xbox. It's actually got the official movie poster for Wonder Woman framed. I got some special edition vinyls in there. One being the Under Oath, They're Only Chasing Safety, Define the Great Line dual vinyl set. That's pretty cool. I like that.
That kind of brings me back to bands, though. Now I want to ask you who are your most influencers?
Oh Lord,
As
me
a musician.
personally,
Yeah.
me personally, Under Oath and the Chariot would probably be my top two
Under Oath,
heavier, hardcore,
Under Oath is a
whatever
Christian
genre
band,
you want to put them in.
right?
They used to be.
They
They
started.
definitely are not. Yes, they started out
Okay.
that way. I think
I remember-
everybody kind of just started that way.
Yeah, well, I mean, POD and Skillet and all those guys. That's what kind of. I mean, I listen to all that shit. Reliant K.
Yeah.
I still listen to Reliant K all the fucking time.
Dude, Reliant K, well, they're not Christian. They don't claim to be a Christian band anymore. But they they go way back.
Yeah, love it. All the early 2000s Christian rock.
Yeah. It was a huge staple in the scene because it's not
Know any Christian rock from the early 2000s?
Not
No,
really.
he's lost. What was that? Oh man, Pillar, I believe that was a band.
yeah. Pillar was a
Pillar
band.
was. 1,000-Foot Crutch.
TFK, yep.
Yeah.
Blind Side,
Demon Hunter. I was actually into Demon Hunter.
Demon
Hey,
Hunter. I saw them a couple times.
Last year.
We went to Skillet live a few times.
Yeah, I've seen Skillet a couple times. They
They came out with Monster. I remember going to see them live.
they put on for they got a female drummer and she's badass. Like
Oh, nice.
she's solid. Yeah, she can. They're not my favorite music, but if I was going to see, one of those Christian tours that has like 8 acts and they were one of the headlining bands, they've put on a great show.
It's Chevelle, also Christian when they started. I don't know if they still are.
Yeah, I don't know if they still are or not. I saw them back in the day. They were really freaking good. I really enjoyed Chevelle back then. I haven't listened to them in a long time.
Yeah, I'm still stuck on like the Red and
Yeah, the very first band I was ever in covered that song. It was so bad.
yeah. Still lost.
No,
Oh.
I'm just. What was my early 2000? My early 2000 was like System of a Down, Tool, Deftones. So
I enjoyed System of a Down. I actually just listened to the Toxicity record
Nice.
like a couple weeks ago, but I never got into Deftones or any of those other bands around. Or I didn't get into Tool either. I got into Limp Bizkit back in the day.
okay.
So I wanted to ask, so you got a PS4 and a Xbox One?
Yeah,
What are you playing? You play Call of Duty?
I do. We play Call of Duty a lot. I'm
play
trying to get
every week.
him into Gears of War 5, but he doesn't really like the goriness to it.
I like Gears of War, but what we like to do is we get a group together and we play the Horde. So you have to last all 50 rounds. Love that shit.
Yeah, that's my favorite thing doing there too. I'm actually like super excited for September 5th because Tony Hawk is dropping the remastered version of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2.
Oh shit! Did you see that? We didn't have to do it.
All right. Yeah.
I think Tony Hawk is mentioned every episode.
Just about. Yeah.
Really?
We didn't even
Nice.
have to do it this time.
Nope.
That's all you.
Yeah, I'm pretty stoked on that.
New Halo's coming out, but I think it's for 5 or Xbox, whatever the fuck. And Black Ops. There's a new Black Ops coming out here soon.
Is there? I didn't know that.
It's Cold War.
I'm-
Black Ops Cold War.
I'm just
So
waiting for them to bring out the Modern Warfare 2 maps for online play.
They've brought some for Call of Duty.
Yeah.
For the new. Yeah, they've brought some.
Have they? I haven't played in probably the last month or so.
They got Hard
But-
Hat on there. They've got it's not Terminal. I love Terminal. Terminal's my favorite.
Dude, I love Terminal.
But I can't think of the other one. It's Boneyard, I think. And there's a few more. Rust is on there.
Oh yeah, Rust was on there.
Yeah, there's a couple from 2. There's like 3 or 4 maps now. They did bring some back. Yeah, we do that every week.
It's been a minute.
We get a big group together and we lose a lot, but it's fun.
My youngest brother, he started playing pro at like 14.
Oh, nice.
And travel. Yeah, he would travel to different convention centers and play in tournaments, and he's placed top 10 and top 5 multiple times.
Oh, that's awesome. What is it? I think first place you can win like $1 million a lot of times. So.
Oh, dude, his old teammate, like he makes over 6 figures a year playing freaking Call of Duty. Like, it's stupid insane.
Yeah, my daughter watches a vlog from this little girl that lives in Utah, and the dad has, I think it's like Space Station Gaming or something. So he's got like this giant office and a bunch of people, and all they do is play video games all the time. Can't remember his name. Sean something. Video games?
I've just been playing a lot of Grand Theft Auto 5 lately. So Grand Theft Auto Online.
So what movie you're watching tonight? You guys know yet?
I have no idea. They've probably already started.
Oh man.
So they but no, I have no idea. I was just going to get the hell out of the house for a little bit.
Yeah, now I feel bad. We're keeping it for so long.
That's my fault.
I'd rather be doing this anyway.
Did not have my ducks in a row, man. So that's my fault.
It's all good.
Do you know when the next time you guys will be playing is? You have like an idea of when that's going to happen? I know a lot of bands are not thinking until 2021 or later.
We are scheduled. There was a show on September 11th that is supposedly still happening. I don't know how. I don't look for that to happen. And there's this other band in Denton, about 45 minutes from here. They're trying to put together a, like a drive-in movie theater, like a drive-in show, if you will. Like that's
how people have been doing comedy a lot.
Yeah.
Outside shows, 6 feet apart, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But we've known some bands, even bands that you guys are involved with, same record label. They've been putting on shows. There was a festival that just happened. There's like Drowned Out and Attila, and some of the other people we've had on this show.
Was that the one in
North Carolina?
One of the Carolinas? Yeah, North Carolina. Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah, North Carolina.
That didn't.
So yeah, people are trying. They're trying to get stuff going, but I think most of them are outdoor shows for sure.
Oh, definitely. And plus, I'm in Texas. We're a hot spot, so it's like, who knows what the hell's going to happen?
Yeah, when he first told me in the beginning, when we were waiting on you, he's like, "I'm from Texas." Like, yo, you guys are going to die soon. He's like, "What are you talking about?" I was like, "You got 2 fucking hurricanes coming right at you." Oh, yeah. It's been all over Facebook today, those hurricanes.
I didn't even know about them.
Where the windows?
Did you know there's 2 hurricanes on their way here? No, he knew. I didn't.
Oh man.
Most of my friends are in, Facebook friends are in South Carolina, so most of their Facebook has been, hey, there but Port of Grace of God go I. Hate it for you, but I'm glad it ain't coming here. Nah, I'm kidding. Nobody said that.
I lived in Houston for a little bit. A few years back, my dad lived there, and me and my wife moved there for like 3 months, and we were like, "Nah, let's get out of here." We went from a town of 13,000 people to 3.2 million, and it was not for us.
Daggone. That's definitely a wake up call.
Yeah, Houston's a little crazy, but we liked Galveston and stuff. You've ever been to Galveston, that little island off Houston?
Yeah, we that's where, if you go on a cruise, that's where they all dock out of.
Yeah, they got a port there.
So, yeah.
Yeah, they had a bunch of Victorian houses, and they were all up on stilts and stuff.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
It's a really cool area. Yeah.
Anyways.
You hear it?
Yep. Ready, run out of gas?
No, they're on it though.
Oh, yeah. That's what he's paying attention to. There's a band, for some reason, we've said this every episode for the last
They
3 years.
upstairs.
They practice upstairs, and for some reason, every time we record, they start going insane.
Oh no, I'm a million miles away because I'm just sitting there thinking I'm gonna have to slow down when I try to speak, and I don't care if it is annoyingly slow.
Are you gonna pronounce Nygma when you do that?
But it's like
Stop
that's
it.
where I got where 6 feet. I tried to say within 6 feet, and I ended up saying 6 feet within each other. Then I tried to say you can't be wearing black all the time, and instead I said you can't be black all the time.
Can't be beating back
So
black all the
the
time.
less I can say, the better. I'm just going to sit here in the corner. I'm not here. There's a glitch that makes it look like I'm here, but I'm somewhere right now.
Also, we forgot Spunk Lube. Go to spunklube.com.
You forgot Spunk Lube. You're the one with the smooth transitions. I'm the one I can barely put us in together. Does anyone know the warning signs of a stroke, by the way?
That would have been a little bit more weird for him and his husband. Go to spunklube.com. He's promo code STMPod. Put some spunk on your junk.
Yeah. And
One of the
I'll
sponsors is spunklube.com. One of their taglines is get the gunk off your junk.
Put the gunk on your junk.
Spunk on your junk.
Yeah.
I'll put the gunk on your junk.
Spunklube.com. Save yourself 10% at checkout. All right. I'm going to let you start plugging some stuff. What do you got? Where can people find you?
You can find us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, at Nygma Noise, right there. Going across the screen like that. Nygmanoise.com. We've got some different packages on there. We've got music on there, t-shirts, stickers, more stuff that's going to be coming that way. We're buy some merch. We need it. We're investing into our future that we didn't know that we really had the chance of having again. So this has actually been a lot of fun. I appreciate you guys having me on here. We're on. All the band members are on all the social media platforms. You can just find us through Nygma Noise stuff. Yeah, check us out. And YouTube, I believe, is Nygma Noise as well. Bernie runs the YouTube. I couldn't tell you for sure, but we are on YouTube. It's either Nygma Band or Nygma Noise. But if it's not any of those two, then I should probably look into it because that's not correct.
Also, if you get with us later on before this episode comes out, we will add all that into our podcast description. So if you just message me all your ats, and I'll just put those in all the descriptions so people can find you guys easily.
Okay, cool.
And
Definitely.
we'll be playing one of their songs at the end of the show. I'm not quite sure yet which one. Well, I said White Zombie at the beginning, so we'll just do White Zombie.
Yeah, that's the yeah, that's probably the best thing to do. Best way to go about it.
That's for audio listeners only because we don't want to get banned from Utah. So audio only. At the end of the show, you'll hear that song.
We don't want to get banned, but we're trying.
It's true. The ban hammer. Randy, what do you got?
Gas and regrets mostly. Randy Garner Humor on Instagram, Randy Garner Humor on Facebook, and those are the main two platforms. Also in the Discord server, Small Town Mentality Discord server.
True. Yeah, we do have a Discord server. You guys ever tried Discord? I know a couple of bands that have started their own Discord servers. They got like 300 people in there. They're very interactive. If you can get people to join your Discord server, it's nice because it's very interactive. You can do chats like we're doing right now. It's they've got audio, video chats, and all kinds of stuff. You can share, tour dates and things like that. So it's cool. It's very fan oriented. Fans can come and hang out with people. So, anyways, you can catch me in the Kill Tony Discord time. You can find me at Never Been Funny on all things social media. Never Been Funny with one E. Get it? It's a pun. You can find us everywhere at STMPod on all things social media and DramaCityProductions.com for all things network. Check out all the shows on the network. We have some more comments. People are just showing up at the end of the show, so let's throw these up for people. I don't know who these people are. I'm assuming you know them.
I don't. Vegeta
Well, that's
Fajita. Why do I feel like that's one of my bandmates? Like I feel like it could
Probably
be
is.
Daniel.
I'm gonna actually message you for your Xbox gamer tag, and we'll see if I can get you on a game with me later on.
Okay. Yeah, definitely.
Talking to Caleb. All right. I think that's it for us. You can go watch your movie. We're gonna go play some video games, and you guys can catch us next week. Possibly.
Yes, sir.
Go fuck yourselves.
And have fun doing it.
Make sure you